I'm the CEO of Paymentology. Paymentology is a modern issuer processor, and simply that means that we help fintechs and banks to launch and manage their card programs. One is about brand awareness and trying to get the Paymentology name out there for people to understand and recognize us. Two is about building credibility. Thirdly is meeting existing clients. We come to the region on a regular basis to meet and build those relationships, and where better to do it than here. And then finally is meeting potential employees. So we have just registered our entity here in Saudi Arabia, so we're looking to build a team on the ground. And so again, a good place to try and meet some potential paymentologists. So we've been operating as an international business for 4 years now. We've signed some amazing clients, D360 and Tabby, to name a couple. But I think to really, grasp the opportunity which is in Saudi Arabia, which is huge, it just makes sense for us to be on the ground. I think to truly localize, to understand the market properly, to be able to support our clients in the right time zone with the right language, it just makes sense to be on the ground here. And so we think we've proved that there is a need for our products and services here. We've done some investment in the infrastructure, so it just makes logical sense, I think, now to take that next step. As you said, the growth's been phenomenal. I think it's gone from 20 fintechs to over 200 in 5 years. But that does a few things. I think it means there's more competition. It raises the expectation from consumers and cardholders as to what they expect. But it's also super exciting because it means there's, an enhancement in innovation. And I think Paymentology is at a great position to take advantage of that. We've been here a number of years. We understand the market. We believe we have leading technology in really key areas. We have the ability to integrate into local domestic switches like MARDA. We have the ability to process transactions on soil, which is a requirement here. And we're also very, very good at what we call digitalization, and that's giving the cardholder tailored experiences through their device. And we know that mobile phone penetration here is very good as well. So we're very excited. We think it's a massive, massive opportunity. And we think that what we've done so far proves that we can help our clients achieve their growth ambitions. I think what you said is super important. So the barriers to entry, I think, have come down a lot because players like ourselves that can provide cloud-first infrastructure, we can give access to not only the big clients but also the small clients. It means that people have access to these products and services much quicker. That's only great for the cardholders and the consumers because they're able to have extra choice and almost get the benefits of what were only available to big organisations. I think ecosystem is the key word, is what you mentioned. I think it's all about partnership. I don't think you can be successful today in today's age trying to be all things to all people. So we're very much focused on what we do really well, and then we find partners that can support us. So whether that's core banking platforms, whether that's people that help provide value-added services to support the customer, and also partnering with the client themselves. So I think building that ecosystem is incredibly important. And how do you build a good ecosystem? You operate locally on the ground, you build relationships, and you build trust. And I think hopefully that's what we're going to do here at Paymentology. I think the great thing about cloud is that it auto scales up and down, so we can grow with our clients, but we also, and in peak times as well, and they can also retract in off-peak times, which manages costs. The beauty of our platform is it's been built in a modular way that's very configurable, so we can enable clients to build unique propositions on top of our platform. So we are, as you say, we're effectively an enabler. And then when you couple that with, the digital services that we provide that give dynamic controls to the actual cardholder through their mobile phone. So whether that's spend controls, whether that's limits, whether that's certain timeframes around how they spend, we believe that providing those controls to the user significantly improves the user experience they have. And we can only do that through, our cloud-based technology. Oracle, which was, the main provider here in the country, but we recognise that having only one supplier, doesn't give you diversification. So we are soon to be integrating into GCP, Google's proposition as it comes in. I think that gives us a level of resilience. But the resilience also comes through the partnerships that you've talked through. So integrating into MADA, we also integrating into Visa and MasterCard, and then working with third parties that also provide other services to the whole ecosystem, means that we have multiple, I guess, failover points where we can offer resilience to the clients. And just the cloud itself is resilient, as I said earlier, as it scales up and down. But it's a constant battle. Like I think in the region last year they processed over 12 billion transactions, and so you have to continue to scale, I guess, through your life and never stop. The great thing which has surprised me about Saudi Arabia is just their almost insatiable appetite and ambition for growth. And what that does, that helps push us further as a business as well, because we know that the consumer, our client and the cardholder, has this demand for things to be better and better. And I think what that does, it means that we never rest on our laurels. We're always looking about how do we continue to improve our proposition. So whether that's the speed at which we can iterate new products, whether that's taking our tokenization capabilities and enhancing them specifically for the needs here. And then ultimately, how do we scale that globally? And one of the great things about our business is that you can operate in multiple markets through a single integration. So I think just being around the energy, to me, it feels a bit like Silicon Valley 10 years ago, where it was never finding the problem in ideas. It was more about working together to find solutions to the problem. And I think that's just a great mindset shift. And that's also exciting about working in this region.